It's not about praying away something that's so authentic. It's about Jesus summoning how he made me. I needed to be saved. I came to him very divided in my personhood, coming out of homosexuality, and so overexposed and subject to the sunny, sort of chaotic sensuality of Southern California. When I began to ache rightly for something real and whole, I knew it had to be heavenly. It had to come from heaven here on earth at a rather profound level to make a difference. And I just sort of knew that at some level. And that actually began my yes to Jesus that started many, many years ago. And as a result of his faithfulness and his great mercy over and over again, I became whole enough to begin to serve people in my community in Los Angeles. I was a student at that time at UCLA, and that was the beginning of our learning how to gather with people effectively from different expressions of sexual and relational disintegration that just needed a little extra help in their, quote, discipleship, if you will, or accompaniment, caregiving, to be able to truly know this Jesus and his saving love in areas where they most needed it, and maybe were most tempted to not even want to go there. And so those were, the shame, the depth, the need for protection, but also for power. The power of almighty mercy to break some of these strongholds that can divide and even destroy well-intentioned Christians. Right. And Marco being one of them here alongside, and learning how to mobilize in small group settings so that people also become a part of the solution in other people's lives.
I'm so grateful for Andrew starting this ministry 40 somewhat years ago. I encountered it when I was in the seminary. I was studying to be a Catholic priest in Philadelphia. And by the time I had encountered Desert Stream, I had gotten to a point in my discernment where I had come to grips with my need for Jesus in an area where I felt deep shame. Same-sex attraction, had a history of sexual addiction, had a history of sexually acting out with other men. While I was in the seminary, I was pretty divided. At the time I had come to Desert Stream, though, I had kicked a lot of the behavioral stuff, but I still felt under a low ceiling of, well, I'm just sort of gay, so therefore I just have to be a celibate. Jesus can't do anything else for me. And it was through the mediation of Desert Stream and encountering this wonderful program that what we call Living Waters. We do a few trainings a year, and I came to a training as a seminarian. And it was there that Jesus changed my life. Yeah. Gave me vision for my sexual humanity, which I never thought was possible. The fact that I always disqualified myself from opposite gender relating because, well, I just have this proclivity that is just inherently disqualifying. And Jesus, through the power of his mercy, through the power of these important agents of mercy in Living Waters, helped me to see beyond my fracture and to sort of be reconciled to the truth of my identity as a man, that proclivity aside, the deeper orientation is unto her. Through the help of virtue and the sacraments and all of the above, Jesus can help me to be reconciled to that true orientation so as to be a good gift. And I'm married now. If it wasn't for this man and this ministry, I would be a grumbling priest trying to get by with my probably addiction in the dark.
I don't need to pray away the gay. I just need to rediscover what is most substantial about my humanity. It's not about, can I overcome my real gay self? No, my real self is a man created to dignify woman through my manhood. Now, that may mean marriage, it may not. It simply means that my sexuality has a direction that is far deeper and far clearer than my desire to sleep with my male roommate. That may be a compelling experience or feeling or tendency, but deeper still is what God placed in my being. So it's not about praying away something that's so authentic. It's about Jesus summoning how he made me. I dare say that's true for every human being on the planet, that there's a direction for our sexuality that no amount of desire or sensation or experiences in a season of love and coming out can erase. I just think that's reality. So I think that's a deeper capital R reality than my temporary feeling of attraction to my own gender. And I want to be true to that. And I want to create a holy and a merciful space where people can explore that. And I think that's what we're not hearing in the public sphere.
I think it's also appropriating the power of the incarnation, that Jesus assumed a sexual human nature to redeem us in ours, not from it. And so the fact that we can be reconciled to what's true about who we are is not a mere just praying away the gay. It's about integration, and that's what we're about.